All right then, welcome back to Universe X, and today, as the title suggests, we are going to be doing another archetype breakdown slash skeleton, frame kind of deck video. And this time, it's going to be green Gotenks from set 11. I do feel like this guy is not something to sleep on. I feel like he's definitely inherently stronger than the other two decks that I was doing before, but you guys can be the judge of that. And I'm excited to show him off for this just video. So like I generally always say, if you haven't subscribed yet but you like the content, please think hard about hitting that subscribe button. If you like it enough, do it, because I'm just trying to grow the channel and just have some fun with it while I'm doing it. Yeah, stuff lined up. I'm going around for multiple decks for this set. I've already signed up for some pre-releases, so I'll be going around to those, having fun, wheeling and dealing some stuff, trying to maybe pick up a couple pieces. Depending on what I can pull, if I haul enough, I'll do some giveaways. Like, for sure, some subscriber contest giveaways. We'll definitely work on it. And if you've been here for a long time, you know I've given away a fair amount of cards just for people just watching. So it is what it is. But it just seems like it's going to be all around pretty fun. So let's dive into the Gotenks deck. I'm going to switch over to screen cap now, and we're going to talk about the deck list before seeing it draw a hand or two, and then seeing some consistency or lack thereof. So let's do it. So here we are, ready to look at the deck list. This is going to be pretty easy. We've got Gotenks. As always, the link to the color breakdown will be in the description, so you can go back and see if you have any questions about some of these cards that I might go over too fast. But we got the Gotenks, generic on his front side, leader attacks, draw one, but he also is able to awaken when you have a 2 specified cost green unison in play. So that's pretty cool. Now, sometimes, when you awaken with the self-awaken, you might not be able to reach your super combos. That's cool. That may not do anything to your game. Sometimes just the awakening in the backside is just more important. However, I still like having this guy for just pushes out of nowhere. You can take that life and hit the double strike and try to combo out for game. I mean, you can put pressure on the unisons, which I'm figuring out more and more the importance of, because I stopped after set 9 and didn't play set 10, so I didn't really get to understand unisons coming into the game until I started trying to practice with this set. So being able to dig into life for important bombs, being able to dig into life for just really the ability to hit those unisons. There's just a lot of good things that just a single double strike can do. They're in most decks. Now we have Gilkul, the legendary fusion warrior. For anybody that doesn't know what he does, this is a 1-drop. When you play him, you can add up to 1 green card with an energy cost of 6 or less in Union Fusion skill from your deck to your hand and shelf your deck. So that's any one of the Gotenks in this deck. Then activate main green, place this card in its owner's drop area, then choose up to 1 card, or choose 1 card in your hand with Union Fusion and reveal it. For each character name required in the revealed card's unison skill, or union skill, add up to 1 card with the matching characters and energy cost between 3 and 7 from your deck to your hand, then shelf your deck. So I mean, you play this guy, you search a Gotenks, but then you pay an energy, and you can reveal said Gotenks or any other Union Fusion card in your hand, and yeah, you just end up searching him or searching out the materials, and that's actually really good. The card is a massive fixer and should not be overlooked under any circumstances. Defending Father Paragus, because structurally he is one of the best just super combos in the game. I mean, dude legitimately allows you to pick up 2 and then choose which cards you warp. Since this card awakens off of having a unison, you gotta make sure that you have enough unisons. So I've got 2 Frieza, Golden Frieza, Unison of Malice, because he's able to put critical pressure, fix the hand a little bit, and his -2 is actually quite nutty. And then you've got 4 of the SS3 Vegito Peerless Warrior. He allows you to draw when you use a Union skill, allowing you to kind of recoup some of the cards in your hand. He gives all your stuff revenge, so even though your leader kind of blocks your opponent's leader card from doing it, it's pretty neat because he'll actually start making so that your opponent's swinging on your green cards is no way. Then you've got, if your leader card is mono green, you got the -7, which is huge. It's not gonna really, it's not really get off that often, but if it gets off, your opponent's gonna feel it. 3 Trunks Bonds of Friendship, because this guy's gonna be able to take a Goten from the deck or a Goten in Trunks card, which we're going to see later, and play it to the field, and there's lots of targets. And then you've got one Unified Spirit Trunks because you can just, he's a one-off, he is a Trunks, he's 3-drop, he's 15,000 power, but he is going to be able to be cheated out by the Goten, and he can just search another Goten or search the Goten in Trunks, and that's pretty cool. Then you get the Sun Goten Bonds of Friendship right there. He does the same thing as this Trunks, but he can also search out, he can cheat out the Trunks or the Trunks and Goten. You get the Unified Spirit Sun Goten. He's a little bit of removal, but same merit there. 4, Sun Goten and Trunks Faultless Youth. Activate main, green if your leader card is a green Gotenks card and you place one card from your hand or from your life into your drop area. Play this card from your hand. Then you can return it to your hand to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and choose up to 1 green Gotenks card or 1 green Unison card with the specified cost of 2 amongst them, add them to your hand. Pretty neat for fixing, and he can be cheated out with the Bonds of Friendship, so that's wild. And our first fusion, SS Gotenks, Friendship Fusion. Unique, critical, he just costs 1 to fuse, and if he were to be removed from the field, you may choose 1 card in your hand, discard instead. Grim Reaper of Justice, now this guy's a monster. Deflect, dual attack, Union Fusion 2. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card, when this card is played, draw 2 cards, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. And if this guy gets removed from the battle area by his opponent's skill or KO'd, you can just take your fusion materials and add them back to hand. Then you've got the new bomb from this set. SS3 Gotenks, All Out Assault, Deflect, Double Strike, EX Evolve. And we've got this for double green, Gotenks with an energy cost of 3 or 6, Union Fusion, triple green. Draw 1 card, and if your leader card is green, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's Unison cards, remove 2 markers from it, and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier and KO it. Move around bombs, move around blockers, open up your opponent's Unison to just more trickiness because you're just going to neg to it. We've got 4 Frieza Charismatic Villain. He's part of the setup in order to not get destroyed once you play your 2-drop just Union or Unison. He's pretty amazing. 1 Cell Xeno. I know this is going to be in a lot of decks, but you can't really fault me. Like, look at this, 6-drop and 6-drop, and this only costs 3 energy and 4 cards in hand. And this guy will draw you 2 cards, and you draw even more if you have a Vegeta on board. So you can easily put 6 and 6 out to go into Cell Xeno. It's just not a question. They've got 3 Dormant Potential Unleashed, just so you can protect yourself after you end up getting your Unison on board. You got Shocking Death Ball for the sparking, should you get up to it, which you should by turn 2 or so. So that's the deck. Let's jump right into the game. Alrighty then. So we're right here. Let's actually shuffle the deck and see the first hand. Alright, this hand is super mid. Super mid. I would rather get the Goten and Trunks to search this out from the deck and not take my life. So we're actually going to put... I don't want to put Grim Reaper back because Grim Reaper is really good, but we need a Unison. And we need a green Trunks and Vegeta. So with this hand in particular, we're going to be putting it back. See, this is good. That was a great pickup. We'll charge that, most likely. And we picked up a Grim Reaper anyway. Oh! Alright. We will take that. So, right now... we're going to put up the 8 life, just so you can see how this deck kind of operates. This is going to be a pretty good thing. Let's see if we're going first or second. I rolled a 5, they rolled a 2, so I'll be going first. That being said, going first, I think what we do here, we keep the Reaper, and we play All Out. And with All Out, we'll be able to drop this, put that into Grave. Using its effect, we'll cheat out the Trunks and Vegeta, or wow, I don't know what Trunks and Vegeta, Trunks and Sun Goten. Let's check the deck. Cell Xeno is in life, so we're gonna have to get kind of lucky if we want to see it. So we're gonna play this guy from the deck because he is a Trunks and a Goten. We'll shuffle the deck, and then what we're gonna do is play him to the hand to look at the top 5. And either get I believe a Gotenks or a Unison. So we have the Vegito here. That's actually really good. Yeah, we'll take that. And then we'll shuffle those dupes back into the deck. So my opponent will have no choice really but to swing on me, and that's fine. We'll open up, we'll draw. we have dupes of here, so we can afford to play that. And when it comes to what unison I'm going to put on board, this 7 is way more detrimental. But I think I should start actually union fusing next turn. So we're going to put this guy out. He's going to go up to 2 for that. And then, yeah, we can choose to awaken. So we're going to grab this, oof, take that up, draw 1, flip over. Swing with the alt face, and we're going to draw into a Dodoria. That's not bad at all. Especially since we got the Paragus in hand, we don't want to do something about that. Swing with that one, and then I don't know how I feel about this because we have some good things that the Dodoria might live depending on what we put down. So yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's just actually swing for the pressure here too. We'll take a card from life, and that's actually kind of wonderful. So we'll keep that from life, and then just to add up a little nastiness to it, we'll +2 on to give Doria revenge. Make them think a little bit harder. So cool thing is, if they try to play something big, we're just gonna smat it at that. And if that was all of their energy to do something like that, we might be able to lock them out of turn, especially if they're leader to draw 2 leader, not an untap 2 leader. So that's actually pretty cool. But we've also got dormant potential in here to work some stuff as well. Because the next turn, we just need to see, essentially, we have dupes of that. We just need to see 1 Goten or Trunks, and we should be good. So I think with this in mind, we swing with the leader, and lots of decks are gonna encourage leader swings first again. So we swing with the leader to get that. I do want to go Reaper here. So at this point, we need to actually start hoping for, yes, perfect. So we're gonna hit that double strike and see what we get out of that. And we have a lot of things we can do here. Like, I mean, we can add pressure. We can add pressure pretty hard. We can also go into Gotenks, Grim Reaper of Justice. We can tattoo here. We can discard this man's and discard this man's. Immediately hit that draw 2 from Gotenks, but we also get to hit a draw 1 from Vegito. And I'm not sure how I feel about all the cards I got there. It's not like that was exactly the best, but I mean, this is pretty neat. We got to KO a card too. We've got multiple swings left on board, and at any point we can try to use Paragus. If we feel like we can push, I think with this hand, it's kind of weird. We have 26 cards left in deck. I do feel like we can try to push for another Gotenks. It depends. If they're tapped out for any reason right now, this is a monstrous turn, because between Paragus, we have the ability to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and none of that helped. So we're not going to get to sell Xeno this turn, it seems. Actually, wait, I'm stupid. Yes, we can. We're right here. So depending on how this turn goes, we have a lot of different amounts of juice. We've got another double strike in hand. And even if we double strike, we definitely have enough cards to use sparking. So we don't even have to die next turn. Like, I mean, we can literally, if we so choose, after swinging with these guys, we could send 111 that to sell, and we even have a Dodoria to play after that. Now the Dodoria may not be played after that simply because, you know, we have the ability. And since we had that on field the entire time, we might not even need to draw this many cards. Like, we could have kept these things there and kept these in hand and just played the Cell Xeno and swung out. And, you know, if my opponent has anything to say about these swings, I mean, I can still negate a summon, I can still dormant, and I have shocking. So, I mean, that's a pretty stable setup right there. Yeah, like that's literally just how the deck seems to run. Let me see if I can set up one more game. Let me see how much time we have left. If we're kind of going over a little on time, I might just show you guys some hands to see, you know, the bricking to not bricking ratio, but let me see. Yeah, no, so that was already like 13 minutes, so we're at like just about 15. So we'll just do some hands real quick. Not like a full like Let me see that breakdown, but let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this hand is actually going to be pretty nice because because the unison is so essential to this deck, I already just want to see these guys like Dormant, Vegito, Frieza. So we're going to put the Paragus back, even though we should be able to use them fairly soon. And we're going to draw one more card. Shocking Death Ball, not the best right now. We're going second, so this is going to be kind of weird, but it allows us to gain a little bit more in hand advantage and at least draw the card. So, I mean, drawing All Out Assault, instantaneous, right there. And then we have options. I mean, we actually have a lot of options. We can swing with Gotenks, and we can just draw a card. Okay, another Vegeta. Pass. They're going to give us a card for that. And then this is where the sexiness comes in. I mean, we can play a Vegito. We can literally tap, play this man's, activate his ability, doing that. Yeah, this is actually going to be a very, very nice looking turn. We're going to get one card deeper to draw into that. That definitely feels good. Right here we can Unison Fusion real quick and drop this Trunks, drop this Goten, and then from here what we end up doing is activating the effective Vegito, the auto, to draw, and then look at the top 7 to see if we can find another Unison. Oh, there we go. So, yep, then we just shuffle. Again, this is a pretty nice turn right here because I'm able to swing again for a little critical, see if they're gonna put anything on that, and then I can swing in for 15. And then once again well, they're going with 3 energy, but I can stop a big play, and then I still have Dormant as backup. So this is going to be a very, very good turn. And then, I mean, going into next turn, we still have the sauce. I mean, we don't want to get rid of too many union things like that, but we're able to do stuff like that. We're able to play stuff like, you know what? No, we don't even do that. We tap this, we drop this, Goten, and then we can play this guy from the deck. Sell Xeno's in deck, so that's pretty neat. Bounce him with his own effect to get the top 5 and search a Gotenks. And if we get Reaper of Justice, we're lit. Like, we're actually just lit. Come on. Yep, Reaper of Justice. So automatically we will hit the Reaper by dropping Trunks, by dropping this Goten. And then the first thing I'm going to do is stack the effects that I search first, because I really want to hit another Frieza with this draw too. So we are going to search the top 7, see if we can pull a Unison out of here. We can't, and if we were to draw, we would have gotten a Frieza. Oh, that sucks. Okay, now we're gonna draw with Goten. Gotenks is gonna draw us 2. That's pretty nice. And then we're going to draw again off of Vegito. Cool. And then we're going to swing again with our leader. I mean, we have multiple draws here. We got Frieza, Unison of Malice. We should have had that next turn. I mean, we got multiple swings. We've got things we can do here. As you can see, this is kind of like a powerful hand. We have Sparking, so that's going to be neat. So I mean, right here we got Dormant and we got Sparking, and already that's pretty freaking ballsy. On top of that, we have Juice for next turn too. Like, this is a very solid hand. Let's see one more, okay? I'm gonna brick because I said this, but this is already more consistent than some of the other decks, so it's probably not gonna see the same level of bricketing. So this is good, right? We're gonna drop that, we're gonna drop that, and I think we're gonna shuffle because we have part of our setup for a turn 2 Unison. Okay. I mean, to be honest, the Gotenks should have probably gone back too, but I just do like him as a card a lot. Am I going first or second? 4, a 2. Okay, so I'm going first. So I don't want them to see that I have this card, but there may not be a way to avoid it. You know what? Let's just put the Gotenks here, okay? Because we got Reaper of Justice, and that's going to do a lot itself. So we're going to tap, we're going to discard this, we're going to reach in my deck, see what's there, all 4 super combos, Unianalysis. Oh, okay, so we got a lot of stuff. We have a pretty good chance of hitting this. So we're going to play this guy, shuffle the deck, bounce it to hand, lick the top 5. And the top 5 is going to get this Vegito. Beautiful. Shuffle. Pass. They're going to be able to swing in, giving us a shocking death ball. That's kind of cool. I'm going to get another shocking death ball. These cards cannot be used, so we're going to just shove them right there. Tap, tap, play. And yeah, you go. We're gonna add this on, add counter 1 and 2. What do I do? Awaken, of course. Oof, that was actually really good. Awaken, draw, untap, and now we get to swing for this and swing for this. And you can see the hand's starting to line up the exact same way. Like, I mean, I've got to play, they got to play, that's gone. Shocking Death Ball. Cool. That's going to be a lot for that turn. And then we got so many of these in hand, we're going to be able to curve this real quick. Oh, we're supposed to plus 2 that, sorry. Curve that real quick. I mean, we have the ability to, once again, just yuff, yuff, drop, drop, hit this guy. We're gonna draw 1 card or 2 cards from Gotenks, and then we're gonna draw another card from Vegito. We take those. We can swing, draw another card. I mean, we can swing here. How many cards do it? 4 cards. I can go swing here. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do here. Swing. I'll just combo this guy off the field just because. Or we could have done the Dodoria play since we don't need energy for our next turn. And swing here. Go down to 6. Yep. And then combo that. So I mean, then we get put in a pretty good position just to be able to, you know, Revenge Death Ball, to Frieza Charismatic, into, you know, Parius if we need to. Knowing that next turn we can easily hit our opponent. This isn't unique. So, I mean, this turn we're able to do a whole lot of things. I mean, Grim Reaper of Justice is tight. I mean, we're going to be able to play Grim Reaper of Justice again. Draw 3 cards, my guy. Like, don't get it twisted. Draw 3 cards on that. Swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before dropping the cells again. It's just wild. So let's actually go into the closing and see what you guys, my closing thoughts, and ask you guys a couple questions. So there you have it. I think it drew very, very favorably. Normally I go like 5 hands just to see the consistency, but I kind of went in depth with the other hand. You know, when I was kind of drawing it, it went deep, and that's because this deck isn't necessarily linear. The only thing that you know you want to do for certain every single time is play a turn 2 unison. Other than that, your first play could be pulling the Goten and Trunks from the deck with a Goten or a Trunks. Your first play could be it could be a Goku. Your first play could be a Dodoria and swing. It really depends. You don't know. There's a lot of different things you can do on turn 1, a whole bunch of things you can do on turn 3, and Celzino is one of them. Like, you guys saw the hands. So I just wanted to have fun with that. I hope you guys like the deck list. If you have any suggestions, tweaks, builds of your own, you guys can let me know in the comments. I mean, you can try to even hit me up on Twitter at UniXDBS. Like, it is what it is. But I will be having a lot of fun just playing around with this deck in the future, because I think I might pick up the pieces. It is kind of fun. So, like I said before, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're thinking about it, try it. You might actually like it. And hit that notification bell too while you're at it. I'm going to be having a lot more fun here. We have a bunch of other decks to go through. I think once I start trying to do online events and going to locals more, I'll start posting up some things of more focused, streamlined decks. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep pumping out content while I get reacclimated to this game, because I did quit after set 9. Like, I tried to get back in, then I dropped it, so I wasn't here for the introduction of unisons, and that's what I'm trying to get my head around. So that being said, thank you guys for watching, love your support, and I will see you guys the next video. Later.